Feels good. Oh, there's the light. All right, now we're cooking. I'm going to talk a little bit about grief for a few minutes, so if you're going through tough shit, this might be a set you want to skip. I always have to say that because when I talk about death, especially with younger crowds, because when younger people death isn't normalized for them in the same way. Like when you're young and someone dies, it's because something happened. Whereas as you're older, it's kind of like leaving a group chat. A group chat you didn't even know you were part of. With people you didn't even know. You just hear bing! It's like the drummer from Foo Fighters. I didn't even know we were part of this thing. I mention this because my partner passed away over a year ago, so things are getting better, but I'm trying to immortalize her and remember her to people the only way I know how, which is through stand-up comedy, which, and it's a very strange thing to try and memorialize someone when they're not around to tell you whether or not you're doing it right. I want to know I'm doing a good job. I'm a bit needy like that, and so I'm just trying to do it the only way I know how, the art of stand-up comedy, an art form to which she had a deep and abiding indifference. So my love, if you're up there, not watching. And you know what? That was the beating heart of our relationship when you think about it. Like, shared activities are great, but you want to know a real love, find someone where you can both quietly do your own thing. It's the best. Never tried to change me, never tried to change yourself to be who she thought I wanted. It's amazing. Here's the problem though, when people get awkward when I talk about it, and I think they're worried about saying the wrong thing, which is why I talk about it in comedy, where no one's supposed to say anything. But even then, like, I worry people will be worried. They'll be like, I think they're scared. They'll say their own thing. They'll be like, I'm sorry you lost your partner. And I'm like, I didn't lose her. I talk like a pirate when I said, cram your eyes. I didn't lose her. I know exactly where she is. She's in an urn. She's gone from needing 24-hour care to just needing a light dusting. This tall. If you find that's a dark joke, you have permission to laugh, I think. I don't know, I worry too, and I'm telling them. I worry the grief police are going to come through the door and haul me off for possession of dead girlfriend jokes. It's nerve-wracking. But the urn thing really bugs me because, again, I hope this isn't too dark, but I come from a long line of barriers, you know, like emotionally as well as physically. Spent my life in a basement suite, and that's where I want to spend eternity. But for her, she wanted to be cremated, and I wanted her to live forever. So there was a clash there. She's like, every time you lose an argument, you start crying. Typical male. And it was also a little unnerving with this cremation thing, because also for me it was awkward because she had already been through so much physically with needles and tubes and radiation, and then at the end, it's like, at least it's finally over, and she's like, they're like, okay, what are we going to happen now? And they're like, oh, we're going to set her on fire. But don't worry, you can take what's left home with you in a to-go box. It was... But I'm slowly, like, I'm not going to say urns are happy things. They're sort of like Aladdin's lamp after the wishes are gone. But there's nice moments to it. Like, I'm finally trying to be sort of the ash half full guy. Like, she's lost that last 108 pounds. I don't care. I love her no matter what she looks like, honestly. A lot of changes. When she was alive, I used to say her body was a temple. Which weirded her out because she was like, are you lighting incense down there? Because I'm Buddhist. So, but it is in its own ways kind of sweet because I can do that dirty dancing move with her that she loves so much. It's just like no one puts baby in a corner. Put her on the shelf. I don't know, we should keep powering through here. I've got a couple more minutes that I really want to try, but...
Okay, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. This guy. See, and it's just weird because the last word I heard her say was frick. Like, that's my love. Even at the end, she couldn't drop that F-bomb. Which is amazing that you would choose frick as a substitute. Just pull out the U, stick it in her eye. It's like, no one can tell. It's also awful because I think that, really, at this time, like, you should be able to say anything you want at a time like that. You know? You should be able to say the N-word if you want to. Blame it on cancer culture. I guess the reason I'm getting on this frick thing is because my last words to her were, "You're doing great."
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're doing great. Like, and I blame the nurses because not for her passing, but because they were like, "She can't hear you, but the sound of your voice will comfort her. So talk to her the way you normally do." Quick poll, people in a couple, is that what we want at that moment? Our spouse to talk to us the way they normally do? Just on the edge of eternity, and all of a sudden you hear, "Fit, fit, 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 fit. Where are my keys? You going to the store later? We're out of pickles." And time. I'll end soon, don't worry. Should I just leave it unfinished? It would kind of natural life, you know? Lost a life. But, I don't know. I will be honest, I am angry, even now. Like, I'm not angry she died. I'm angry she died before me. And knows what happens next. And I don't. That drives me insane. And maybe that's a petty thing to say, but I've seen this smug dance she does when she beats me at Scrabble. Now that she knows the secrets of the universe, she's gonna be insufferable. Almost makes me not want to die. I'm teasing. I want to die. I mean, not right now. This second. I'm just mean it would be nice to see her again. You know, I'll be in my deathbed. She'll be there at the end of the tunnel of light until she starts in with that frickin' victory dance. I'm like, "Come on, what's wrong with you?" She'll be like, "Hey, you're doing great." I'm like, "Frick!" All right, thanks everybody. Thanks.